Mr. Miller, you recently sent out an advisory regarding immigration and customs enforcement detainees. Why did you do that, and what did it say?
Yeah, here's the background on that. We work a lot with the county attorneys, and there's a county attorneys association. There's an agent, a small part of our office that works with the county attorneys on training, and that office was receiving some inquiries from the county attorneys, as they often do on a lot of subjects, and was wondering about potential liability in this situation where the county has arrested or detained a person, and they've decided they have to release them. Then they get a request from the federal government to keep them for 48 hours more. And there was occurring some liability questions about whether they could do that. And they were just drawing to the attention of the county attorneys that prospective liability. And the problem is that the federal law didn't require them to keep them for 48 hours. If it required them, there probably wouldn't be any liability. The federal law is protection, but it was just a request. So there was a number of cases where they were getting liability against cities and counties. So as part of the education function, they sent this information and said this is something that you should be aware of and take into consideration. And you know, we have a wonderful system of the county attorneys and this agency in our office of a very bipartisan group. We've acted in an incredibly bipartisan way, and that's very, very, very important.
Mr. Gregg, you've heard the rationale for that advice. Is that the advice you would have given had you held the office?
It is not. Basically, what the Attorney General's office advised was to throw open the jailhouse doors for potential illegal immigrants who are so bad that ICE has requested that they be held for an extra 48 hours so that they can come get them and potentially deport them. And in my conversations with county attorneys and county sheriffs, those requests, those orders come only for the most serious of offenses.
What about the potential liability that he refers to?
Well, what I'm concerned about is that advice did not point out that there's countervailing legal authority going the other direction. They point to one case in Oregon that says that there is potential liability for local law enforcement, but there are cases from all throughout the country that decide in the other direction. If I had been Attorney General, I would have pointed out that there's authority going both ways on this, and I would have provided county attorneys and local law enforcement some practical steps that they could take in order to ensure public safety, ensure individual rights are protected. For example, they could have been advised to work proactively with ICE. Let ICE know who's in custody and what their anticipated release date is, so ICE could start that process earlier and not need those extra 48 hours.
These are not all very dangerous people. It runs a whole gamut of people that are being held. And you know, I don't think there are very many, if any, cases that hold that people can escape liability in this situation. And it was a function to try and tell the county attorneys that this is an issue. A number of county attorneys and sheriffs, including the Polk County Sheriff, Bill McCarthy, is one of the best sheriffs in the country, have decided not to retain people because of that liability. And the point I make is that when we do these things, it's on a nonpartisan basis. It's not a political attack or part of the politics that Adam is trying to do here.